know death. He's got many faces. I look forward to seeing this one.
Everything you did brought you where you are now. Where you belong. Home.
They're coming. Our enemy doesn't tire. Doesn't stop. Doesn't feel. I promise to fight for the living. I intend to keep that promise.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Aladdin. The actor who plays the Night King, Vladimir Furdik, has finally spoken about what his true desires are as the Night King. Before I get started though, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It definitely helps out the channel grow and lets others like you stay tuned with the latest shows and movies. The Night King has been such a mysterious character throughout the years of Game of Thrones, and we still don't know what his true intentions are and what he even wants. Recently, the actor Vladimir Furdik, who plays the Night King from Season 6 to Season 8, sat down with Entertainment Weekly and discussed his character's true intentions and what he's going after. If you didn't know, the Night King was created by the Children of the Forest, where they tied a man to a tree and stuck dragon glass through his heart, creating this monster to go up against their enemies, the First Men. But eventually, it would backfire on the Children of the Forest, where the Night King would go after them for what they did to him. But that's not exactly who he's going after now. The last time we saw the Night King, we saw him in the Season 7's final, bringing down the wall and heading south towards Winterfell. Now, the Slovakian actor and stuntman Vladimir Furdik gave us some crazy details about what his character truly wants. Entertainment Weekly had asked Furdik, "What stunts can we see you doing on Thrones before you became the Night King?" Furdik had responded with, "I did a lot of horse falls, fire drops, high falls, sword fights. I doubled for Arthur Dayne for the Tower of Joy fight scene. I'm one of the men jumping from the boat in the fire during Daenerys' dragon attack." It's no surprise here that Furdik is familiar with how Game of Thrones operates. He's been a part of Game of Thrones since forever and has doubled for numerous people on the show. Entertainment Weekly asked, "How did you come to take over the role?" He replied with, "I don't really know why they cast me. When we did Season 5, I was the White Walker who fought Jon Snow in Hardhome. The first time Jon Snow killed a White Walker, that was me." After that, showrunners David and Dan asked if I'd play the Night King for Season 6 through 8. I never asked why. Maybe they were happy with what I did in Season 5. If you didn't recall from Season 5, Episode 8, we saw Jon go up against one of the White Walker lieutenants, which in this case was Vladimir, which Jon ended up killing him using his Valyrian sword Longclaw. One question that was quite funny and interesting to me was when Entertainment Weekly asked, "What sort of acting directions do you give for playing the Night King?" He doesn't blink much, I've noticed. Furdik responded with, "Every director has a different vision of how to play him. Dan and David want him to be like a cold man. Some of the directors want to show that there's some human in him. Yes, many times they ask me, don't try to blink your eyes. This is very difficult." One thing that definitely stood out to me about this part was how Dan and David wanted Vladimir to present himself more of as a cold man, which I'm assuming they probably wanted him to feel empty inside and on the mission to just take over. We know the Children of the Forest created the Night King, but I do wonder, does the Night King actually have any sort of feelings or emotions? We know we haven't seen any sign of that throughout the seasons, but hopefully Season 8 can perhaps answer some of those questions. He also goes off by saying how some of the directors want to showcase more of a human side to him, which I can't really grasp the idea on, considering we have no idea what the hell he even wants. This next question is what got me thinking. Entertainment Weekly asked Vladimir, "What does the Night King want anyway?" He replied by saying, "Somebody made him the Night King. Nobody knows who he was before, a soldier or a part of a nobility. He never wanted to be the Night King. I think he wants revenge. Everybody in this story has two sides, a bad side and a good side. The Night King only has one side, a bad side." First of all, we know he was created by the Children of the Forest as a weapon to use against their enemies, the First Men. It's still odd to me that the Children of the Forest chose a random person to become the Night King. I just wish they at least gave us an explanation on why they chose him, but hopefully they can answer that in Season 8. Two things that really struck me about this reply was him saying he wants revenge and the Night King only has one side, a bad side. He already killed all the children of the forest back in season 6 episode 5, which I don't think that's who his target is for season 8. I do feel like it might be Bran in this case because Bran and the Night King do share a connection of some sort, as well as Bran becoming the three-eyed raven. The Night King might not like the idea of Bran becoming the three-eyed raven, which might be an indication for him to go after Bran. Others have speculated that the Night King is going after Jon, but that just doesn't make sense because the Night King could have easily went at Jon back in season 7 episode 6 where they were beyond the wall. They could have had a one-on-one combat, but it seemed like the Night King just wasn't interested in Jon at the moment. We have no idea who this individual might be, but season 8 will definitely answer those questions for us very soon. Another question Entertainment Weekly asked Vladimir was, do fans recognize you? What are their reactions? He replied with, not often. Sometimes, many people ask me, can you please kill Jon Snow? It's very interesting. Sometimes I watch YouTube reactions after the season airs. 50% of the people love the Night King and 50% of the people hate him. And since I replaced Richard Brake, some people like how I play him and some don't. I do like the fact that he actually goes back and reads what fans have to say about him and whether he's playing the role good or not. In my opinion, I think he makes a good Night King, no doubt, but I still feel like Richard Brake's Night King was more intimidating and terrifying. I mean, look at this shot right here. There is no way in hell that I'd want to be in Jon's place right now. I know damn well I wouldn't want to face the Night King. My ass would be rolling back to Winterfell as fast as I can. Now this last comment is what made me go into full investigation mode, just because now we have a desire for the Night King and what he wants from season 8. Entertainment Weekly asked, what can we expect from him in the final season? He replied with, people will see he has a target he wants to kill and you will find out who that is. There's also that moment in Hardhome when Jon Snow was on the boat and the Night King looked at him and raised his arms. There's a similar and even stronger moment between Jon and the Night King this time. We know Jon and the Night King have had their stare downs throughout the seasons, but is it really Jon that the Night King wants to go after? Does he even know Jon's true fate and where he actually came from? The Night King is such a mysterious, compelling character that we still don't know much about, despite where he actually came from and all. Burdick mentions how the Night King and Jon will have a more intense, intimidating stare down for season 8, and I can't wait. Jon this time won't hold back. The Night King might have won 2 times now from Hardhome and from the incident beyond the wall, but this time Jon won't let the Night King go out that easy. I can't wait to see how this all plays out. Both men have their desires, but I'm rooting for the living here, and all I want to see right now is Jon and the Night King in a one-on-one combat fight. Lastly, Entertainment Weekly asked Burdick, do you have an all-time favorite Night King scene? And he replied with, that's still coming. What I'm getting from this last reply from him is that we might see something that we have never seen the Night King do in the past seasons. Whatever it is, I truly hope it's something that we can remember for the next 5 to 10 years. This interview with Vladimir Furtick has provided us with a ton of new information that we previously did not know about the Night King, and I'm just excited to see what his role will be for season 8 and who his target is that he wants to kill. But what do you guys think about what Furtick had to say to Entertainment Weekly? Are you guys excited to see who his target is for season 8? We are just a couple of weeks away from season 8 airing for the final time, and I can't wait for it. This season will have a shit ton of deaths and moments that will break us viewers apart, and I hope you guys are ready for it like I am. I want to say thank you all for watching again, and if you haven't already, hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't by now. If you don't mind, share the video if you thought it was good and want others to see it. Watch my other videos containing Game of Thrones season 8 in the next video. I'll have more Game of Thrones content up once we get more details and information on season 8 in the upcoming weeks. I just want to say thank you all once more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.